Hi guys, welcome back to MSE. I hope you've had a great weekend, and also for those of you who are going back to school and college this autumn, I'm sure you will have gone back by now. So tonight I would just like to chat with you guys, see how things have been going. We've got some more videos lined up for you tonight, and we're also going to be doing the quotes, which we've tried out a couple times now. If you're not sure how those work, then I will explain when the time comes to it. And not forgetting the games that we'll be doing tonight as well. That will be happening at 8:10, so stay with us until then. So get in the comments, and hi to all of you who have already got into the comments here. What have you been doing with your weekend? Let me know. Glad to hear, Eric, that you've had a good weekend. Mine's been good as well. I've been resting up because I've not been very well, so it's been nice just to relax. Yeah. Hello, Holly. Hi, Ma. Ellie and Connie. Maisie. I am going to uni soon. I have, I think, 10 days left at home. I'm pretty sure. Still yet to prepare for that, although hopefully you guys will be able to see my preparation journey into uni here on MSE. Connie, you've been working. Lovely. And Holly, you went shopping, got the new Ariana Grande perfume. My sister uses that one. It smells so good. I love the Ariana Grande perfume. Ellie, you spent most of it revising, and I mean that's a good way to spend your weekend, in a sense that you'll feel like you've achieved something at the end. But hopefully you did get to relax as well, because you have to relax at the same time as revising. That is important. And Francisca said you had homework. I'm sure lots of people had homework. Let me know if you had any homework this weekend, and maybe how long it took you or what you had to do. I'm just looking at the quotes that we're doing later, so I'm sure I'll find out a lot more about how things have been. Shooting Star, you're revising for a test that you've got this week. Good luck with the test. What is that in? What subject is that for? And surprising that you have a test so early on, although I think a lot of people have actually. It's not uncommon. Get your questions in for me and your comments. Eric, you've asked what I'm going to be studying. I'm studying sociology and criminology. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I'm really excited just to do something completely different to anything I've done for the last 14 years at school. So, hopefully it'll be interesting and not too difficult at the start. I'd quite like them to ease me into it. I honestly have no idea what I'm going into, really. I don't know what it's going to be like. I will find out. Yeah, I just know it'll be nothing like what I've experienced at the moment. Oh, Holly, you got the small one. Good to know. The bigger they just get so expensive, so. Ellie, the teachers at school tell you to get lots of sleep, but at the same time they say to do a lot of revision done as well. Yeah, it is finding that balance, I think. Sleep is very important. I think before my A-level exams, like the night before, I had to draw a line where actually revising was like not the best thing. By a certain point in the evening, just going to sleep would be better for me the next day than if I was to like keep trying to cram and revise. So I think it's just important to relax and give your brain a break. That's definitely what I found when I was doing A-levels. Those are the ones. Iman, you started sixth form last week. Hopefully that's been good. Let me know how that has been. For those of you who have started a new year at school, so which will be most of you, let me know how that's been going. Yeah, Lulu says they always say that we need to revise bits at a time. So there's like this technique you do where you can do like 15-20 minutes of revising and then take a 5-minute break. It's almost like if like doing exercise when you do interval training. It's like that, but with revising and just like going to get a drink or a snack or checking your phone. The biggest thing I'd say just for revising, and like revising for those little tests that you have all throughout the first term, would be to literally forget about your phone. Don't have it anywhere near you, because when you're doing things like GCSEs and A-levels, you kind of know how important it is, and so you get like it's easier just to tell yourself to get rid of your phone. But if it's a little exam, like a little test, maybe a vocab test or like an end of topic test, you think, well, it doesn't really matter, so I'm gonna revise, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna push myself too hard, which is fine sometimes, but it is best to treat it like it's real. Each test you do is another step to your final exams, and that will help you know what you don't know, so you know what you need to revise later. So like, treat them how you would treat an actual exam. Maisie, you've got a test soon. Lots of people have tests. Emily said you go to bed at 10:30 and then the latest you get up is 6 because you need at least 7 hours. Oh, 10:30 at the latest, right? And then you get up at 6 because you need at least 7 hours. That makes sense. I think that is a good routine to get into. Obviously, everyone goes to bed at different times, depending on when they have to wake up and all that kind of thing, but it's good just to have a routine, and to know how much sleep you need is a very good thing, because then you know how you're gonna be throughout the day. I am going to uni. Yes. So Amar, tonight is just basically we're chatting about back to school, because it still is that early back to school stage. We've had perhaps 1 or 2 weeks back at sixth form, college, school, etc. And so we'll just be chatting about that. We've got the quotes, the videos, and of course the games as well. Lulu said you go to bed at 9 and get up at 7, so you get lots of sleep. I'm guessing 7 there, you mean 7 a.m, because otherwise a 22-hour sleep, it's a long time. But yeah, I try and go to bed early so that I can like watch like YouTube videos or Netflix or whatever, and then go to sleep, because otherwise if I go to bed late then I'll still want to do those things and it'll be even later when I actually get to sleep. Games are at 8:10 for everyone who is waiting for those. Francisca, I'm hoping I say your name correct, hopefully. A-levels in comparison to GCSEs, they are different for everyone, I will say firstly. Personally, in my personal experience, A-levels were so much harder than GCSEs, because I was better at the whole learning facts and regurgitating them in the exam, like learning a textbook and then putting it from memory onto a bit of paper. Whereas A-levels is a lot more subjective, you have to do a lot more outside reading, and it's a lot more about technique, and I think I struggled more with that because of the subjects that I chose. They were difficult subjects to just be able to learn a fact and then put it on a page. You can't really do that with RS or maths or physics, because a lot of maths and physics was applying stuff. So even if I knew something, even if I knew a fact, I could still get the question wrong, which I most likely did. I would still get the question wrong because I wouldn't know how to use that fact, whereas in GCSE, all you needed to do was just know that fact. So I found GCSEs a lot easier. Other people who were, especially people who were more creative and did things like media and like business studies as well, they tended to do better because it was subjects that people hadn't done before and had more enthusiasm for, and then they revised more for them. So if you enjoy a subject, it'll be a lot easier. Let's have a look. so I did RS, physics and maths. So if anyone has questions actually about those particular A-levels, I'll be able to help you. If anyone has questions about GCSEs, I did obviously the main subjects, maths, English, sciences, and then I did French, drama, history and RS as well. So if anyone has any questions about those GCSEs, then I can help you out. Let's have a look. Ellie said you've got a building site next to your house and they work till late, so I can imagine you're not getting the best night's sleep. I don't think I would. They work till really late and then start early. At least they'll be getting the job done quicker than if they weren't, I guess. They'll be gone soon, I'm sure. Let's have a look. Hi Figuan, hello. How are you doing? Oh, you're good. But the school week was boring. Apart from enrichments. Because you had a Russian lesson. That sounds interesting. I've never tried, the Russian language seems difficult, I have to say. They have like a completely different alphabet, don't they? I was not great at French and they used the same letters as we use in English, so I can't imagine how I would be trying to learn Russian, if I'm honest. Lulu, you've asked, is history GCSE really hard and how did you find it? It was hard to begin with, mainly because of the amount of stuff you have to remember, like dates, and like the order that everything happened, like, I don't know, and also being able to know all those facts but then putting them in an argument. That is the main thing that I found difficult in history GCSE. To make it easier, I would get a huge bit of paper. Sorry, there's a dog barking, I'm sure you can hear it. It's fine. We'll let it do its thing. So there's a big bit of paper, create a timeline, basically write all the years that you need on the side, and then preferably like an A3 bit of paper so you can really see it and like stick it on a wall or something, and then write what happened against each date and then try and squeeze as much information as you can on it. It might look messy, but it will really like get into your brain. It helped me memorize stuff anyway, and then seeing it in the order that it goes in as well. And flashcards are a good thing for history. Like, you could write the date and the name of an event, and then on the back what happened or why it was significant or how you'd put it into a certain question, like answer to a question, that kind of thing. I really enjoyed history GCSE though, and the only reason I didn't take it for A-level was because the amount of essay writing I'd be doing alongside RS, and I knew I wanted to take RS. I didn't want to take both because it would be a lot of writing and reading for A-levels. Ellie, you've asked what I did in my drama GCSE. I was lucky enough to do the Welsh board, which meant that I had the most practical work and the least writing, because I know that like AQA and stuff like that, they can have quite a lot of writing and like reading and writing scripts and stuff. So I did a duologue, I did a group devised piece which we then had to write about, and then we also studied a script which we had to answer a few questions about. There was another, I'm sure there was another practical element to it. Maybe not. The devised took a long time because you had to create it on a certain like stimulus that you were given. We did ours on shadows, so we used like a board where we'd shine light through it and then we'd create shadows and all that kind of stuff. It was your classic GCSE, like trying to be really deep and emotional and like hard hitting. It probably was. I don't know how hard hitting it was. I can't entirely remember what it was about. It was my favourite GCSE though, I have to say. So it is 7:15. What we're going to do now is we're going to show you a video. This one's all about teacher first impressions, how people have found their teachers so far this year. And then after that we'll get into some of our quotes. So here is the video.
First impressions of teachers, I only got to meet one.
I
have got a few new teachers for year 11.
What's the word?
And I only got to meet my form teacher, but his name's Charlie. He's really, really nice.
They're very they love to tell us loads of stuff about themselves.
He didn't understand how to pronounce my name, so I just said, call me Ryle. And that's why he calls me now.
Photography, I had 2 ladies and they were so nice, literally the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, all the teachers seem really nice. I haven't had all of them yet.
I've got a new maths teacher. I know from the past and from people I know that she is very strict and I am quite scared.
I've not had the English teacher before, but everyone hates her.
Well, I'm really excited. I've got the same history teacher as last year and the year before and the year before that, and she is so nice and funny.
And I am quite scared, but I think having a teacher like that might help me.
Okay, I get it now. You're like this bougie producer or this bougie makeup artist, cool.
Most lessons I have 5 of them one week and then one the next week, and I think that's going to be a challenge to remember everything.
I've met 2 already that are my actual subject teachers, and I think they'll be good. They seem nice. One of them's Irish.
My business studies teacher has come across to be quite strict. She even admitted she's strict.
You don't have to call them by their surname, so that's how I'm calling them Charlie. It was weird because I'm used to that.
We aren't allowed to walk to the shop yet because our school won't allow that.
Now I'm in year 11, we have got a lot more privileges, like my new tie. I'm still obsessed with this tie, honestly.
I don't have a favourite or least favourite yet because I've literally been in school for 2 days, so I don't really have a favourite at current.
My media teacher, possible media teacher, was really nice, really enthusiastic. He made me want to do media.
A special area just for year 11s to have our lunch, which is really nice because the diner in my school gets so busy, it's insane.
So I'm kind of lucky to have different types of teachers, experience how their teaching methods work and stuff. I had certain teachers which I was like, oh, I'm dreading having them because I'd heard rumours or they've taught me for a supply lesson. I haven't really liked them.
I never liked my secondary school teachers. They were always kind of nosy and they all just really wound me up. So hopefully college teachers will not be on my back.
Yeah, I'm actually really pleased with a lot of my teachers, most of them actually, so far.
There's so much more work and there's just so many things and there's so much homework and so much revision.
My first day was good. I'm now at my house.
Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Now, what we're going to be doing is we've got some quotes. They will come up on your screen. It will be the first half of a sentence, and we just need you to finish the sentence according to how your week's been, or basically your answer to that question. That's how they work. I'm sure most of you know how they work by now. We've done them a couple of times. So here's the first one. After this MSE stream, I need to... And then basically just put in the comments, answer what you need to do after watching this MSE live stream tonight. And I'll have a look, basically. It's so that we can all see how everyone's doing, and let's have a look. Mia needs to have a bath. That's a great example of something you need to do after the stream. Holly needs to take more photos for her assignment. Emily's going to have a nap. Quite late for a nap. Probably just go to sleep, to be honest. Shooting Star, after the stream, I need to pack my bag. Katie's going to do some Spanish grammar. Amar's going to watch more MSE. Fair enough, you do that. Give us a thumbs up on all the videos that you watch. We'll be able to see. Ma needs to eat, so does Fagwan. Also, Fagwan needs to finish homework that's due for tomorrow. Better get on that. Nicola needs to clean her room and have a shower. Amar's going to finish some chemistry homework. And Eric is going to relax because he has tomorrow off. Lucky you. Very jealous. I'm sure everyone else in the comments is jealous of you for having tomorrow off. Yes, I know a lot of people said last time that they had Mondays off, which is not fair, but anyway, it must be nice having 3 days to your weekend. Right, if that's it, we'll see what the next quote is. So I've already had to spend cash on. So this school term or college, whatever, sixth form, what have you already had to spend money on? Maybe you had to get a new pen because yours broke. Maybe you had to spend money on lunch at the canteen because you forgot to bring lunch. I don't know. Oh, Emily, you need to pick an outfit for tomorrow. Yeah, so Amar has already had to spend cash on food. Emily, you've spent money on your folders because you weren't told about the fact that you had to buy them, which is fair enough. Holly, to a Starbucks and a USB stick. That's a good one, actually. I remember having to buy a USB stick. You just have so much work to do, don't you? And somewhere to store it that's not on your computer, because my computer's running out of storage. Keeps telling me. Katie, tea from sixth form tuck shop because you had a cold. Hopefully you're better now. Nicola, 3 extra file blocks. Amar, food for school and Subway. Shooting star, a drink from the vending machine. Yeah. Forgot other schools have like vending machines, because we used to have one that had water in it. That was when I was a little year 7. And I think a couple years later it just disappeared. But the people who are at my school now, if we were to tell them we did have a vending machine, they'd probably be amazed. Maisie's had to buy a new bag already. What happened to the other one? Emily had to buy the new Tipex that doesn't work again. You should have... Was it the same type of Tipex or was it a different type of Tipex? So I remember everyone telling you to get the mouse one with the tape, but then that's the one that I always like end up using loads because I just like to play with it. Oh, Maisie, your bag ripped. It's not good. And Fagwan, folders. So a lot of people have had to spend cash on a few random things. That's always the case. I think at the start of the school year we like to stock up on loads of random stuff, but then you end up realising there's something that you need, like maybe you forget a protractor or a compass. But usually I would just borrow them from school if it was like that, if I needed one in a lesson. But or like my pencil case used to get really grubby, and I'd be constantly like swapping ones in that I already had at home, and by the end of it my zip on the pencil case was not even attached to the case because the corners had worn away so much. There was like pens sticking out the bottom and it was terrible. Oh, so you got a different brand of Tipex and it was the mouse. Interesting. Well, I'm sorry that your Tipex doesn't work. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe you just don't need any Tipex. Just cross out your mistakes and live with it. So the next quote then, let's get on to the next one. This one is, in my free periods, I mostly, so this is for you guys, mostly you college and sixth form students, I'm guessing, because GCSEs, you don't often get much free time during the week, if any. But in your free periods, independent study slots, whatever you call them, what do you mostly do? I remember I'd have the intention of working at the start, and by the end of it I would have played 3 different card games and made myself a bowl of popcorn. But I don't regret that at all. I had a good time. Yeah, so Tilly's like laughing at the fact people have free periods. Holly, you usually buy food from the vending machine, then study. That's good. Get yourself a snack, some brain food, and then work. Nicola, do homework so I don't have any after school. Good plan. I never seem to have work after school either. It's like I just didn't do anything. So, I can't even remember. Katie, talk to friends because you have 3 lunchtime lessons a week. That's unfair. I'm guessing that means 3 lessons at lunch, like at a lunchtime. To me that sounds unfair. Katie, you make anklets in your freeze. Oh, you made an anklet in your freeze. That's nice. That's productive, I guess. Amar says work because my school calls it private study time. Yeah, my school called it independent study time. Exactly the same thing. To stop us thinking that it was just a time where we could be free to do what we wanted. But in reality it was. We had like a corner shop very close to us at like a garage. So everyone would just pop there and buy baguettes and like ice creams in the summer. Yeah, you'd spend 15 minutes doing that. Oh, the blocks didn't fit, so they shoved it in lunch times. I swear that's not allowed. I mean, you need a break. You must have a break somewhere else in the day. Figuan, do homework, get food, walk around the lake trail. That sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds like a nice way to spend a free period. Okay, we have one more quote for this slot. So, this one is, I am kidding myself that. So, for example, I'm kidding myself that I'm going to get this essay in tomorrow and I haven't written it yet. That would be an example of one. Katie says, I'm kidding myself that I'll be able to do A-levels. I feel like we all feel like that at the start of A-levels. And at the end and the middle, to be honest. Just got to try and keep motivated however you can. Alana, I'm kidding myself that I don't have homework due tomorrow. So I'm guessing you might. Probably best to check. We do have a few more videos coming up for you guys tonight, as well as more quotes and the games at 8:10, just in case anyone has tuned in recently. The Guan, the workload is actually okay so far. You're kidding yourself that the workload is actually okay so far? I don't know. Maisie says, I'm kidding myself that I'm going to pass anything. Nicola, I'm kidding myself that I'll actually be able to go to school tomorrow because I was at A&E last night and I'm sick. That doesn't sound good. That sounds really bad. I hope you're okay. Or gonna be okay, anyway. Getting better. Maisie says, I'm kidding myself that I'm gonna pass anything. Try and think positively. It's easy to tell yourself that you're not going to pass when you're going through a tough time with work, but it changes all throughout A-levels. It changes the amount of work you have and how you find it. I didn't have that breaking point sort of until just before the actual physics exam, where I thought, I actually get some of this. The whole 2 years I'd been like in the fog, if that makes sense. Like, nothing really made sense to me in physics, and then all of a sudden when I was revising it everything fell into place. Tilly says, I'm kidding myself that I can rewatch all of Stranger Things and have time to do all my homework. Yeah, it's hard to balance Netflix with work, but I think we all manage it. Sometimes a little bit too much Netflix compared to work. You could always try and do it at the same time. If it's a simple homework, then maybe take longer with it. Instead of rushing your homework to get it done and then watching Netflix, just take it easy and do it at the same time if you're able to do that. That's what I used to try and do anyway. So we're going to go on to a video now. This is just highlights of the week, and after that we'll get back to doing some more quotes. So here it is.
My favourite apps at the moment will probably be
TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Visco. I think that's it.
There is Codemaster, which I've been playing since like February, and I've actually not got bored of it, which is something very strange.
The app that I'm using most at the moment is TikTok.
Twitter and Instagram. Well, those are the ones I usually use the most. Mostly because on Instagram I just scroll through my feed when I'm bored.
Gumtree, which is like a selling app. I mean, I like it at the moment because I'm trying to sell things to get money.
Honestly, TikTok is hilarious to me. It's such a platform. I just really like it, honestly. Like, people are funny on there, and I made a couple TikToks, but we don't talk about that.
So I'm doing A-levels and I'm doing sociology, English literature and media studies.
Which subject out of those three are you most looking forward to?
I find textiles the most relaxing because there's not really any proper exam, you just do sewing. There's no really difficult written textiles, you don't have to know the names of everything and it's mostly coursework. But I actually really like English and maths.
Oh, cool.
I'm most looking forward to sociology because I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah.
And I think that will kind of be really relatable to life a little bit. So I think it will be kind of knowledge that I already have.
Ellie Neville says, how are you feeling about tomorrow, Brooke?
I'm actually feeling okay.
Do you plan on doing NCS, Emily?
What's NCS?
Yeah, see, that was my reaction before.
I'm kind of looking forward to the sense of responsibility and kind of the laid back, because in my school they were really, really like strict and they treated us like we were quite young. So I'm kind of like, I'm very independent. I like to do my own work.
Are you going to try and get to sixth form or college?
I know I want to go to college,
Mhm.
and I know I want to do 4 A-levels, but I don't know what those 4 A-levels are going to be or where they're going to take me.
Okay.
I'll probably do English, maths, a science and a language.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I truly care about the world.
Polar bears and a lot of animals that are probably getting extinct.
My future and doing things that'll help me in the future.
My animals. I have a dog called Izzy. She's a Shih Tzu. And I have 2 rabbits, a mini lob and a lion head. I love them so much, and they're the reason that I want to do veterinary medicine.
My friend Tia, she is my best friend, my ride or die. I don't know what I could do without her.
First one's food, of course, sleep. You know, I think it's a good one. Well, yeah, Netflix.
Traveling, wherever I go in the world, I feel happy and more at mine.
Gun control, because in the US we have a lot of gun problems, like mass shootings.
My pets mean the most because they're literally like another family member. They follow you everywhere, and whenever I'm sad, they always make me feel better.
Okay, so that was the highlights of the week. Now we're going to get on to doing a few more quotes since they're going pretty well. Here we go. First one then. What I'd like to see on MSE is... What would you like to see on MSE? Games. More games. 24 games live stream. I think people like the games. Just a little bit. Cahoots, another game. 24-hour games live stream. More lives. Quizlet live, so another game. Yeah, I was expecting that, to be honest. Any other kind of content? You know, we can always bring you games, but is there anything that you've ever thought, I wish they'd just do a video on that so that I could get some information about it? Holly wants us to pick 2 winners from games instead of just 1. We could half the prize, but then who wants that? I feel like 1 winner is how it works, really. So I'm just looking at the wheels over there, by the way, that's what I'm looking at. Emily says special guests and Chris being Chris. Well, we do love some Chris, don't we? He's probably off doing things now. Games. Ma is asking for Chris and Kira. Harvey wants Chris back as well. Alana says, at the end of each year, get the people to give advice to the people going into the year they just finished. Okay, we could do that. That's a good idea. As MSE progresses, we could have kind of people passing down advice and information. Obviously, I can give advice as well from the years gone by, but it's different when you've just come out of that year, isn't it? To give advice, it's like more fresh in the mind. Katie would like some advice videos from a reaction team or something about... So the reaction team works really well, doesn't it? Everyone loves the reaction team, for sure. So maybe just to get the reaction team to do an advice video, I guess. I'm sure throughout their time of being a reaction team, they have given us advice on GCSEs, but mostly we were watching their journey, weren't we? So maybe an advice video from all of them. Lots of people asking about Chris. Yeah, he was special just for one night. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any like very, very old videos where you might be able to find Chris in them. I'm not sure. And Figuan would like to see about uni life. Well, obviously I'm going off to uni, and hopefully we'll be sharing my journey of preparation in the next like 10 days or so. That's definitely something that we could try and do. Harvey's asking if we could ever have live streams where you get a teacher in and they just tutor, but not, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe just chatting with a teacher. Maybe if it was like a more chilled environment, perhaps, if we could chat about the subject, but also like school life in general, that would be quite good. Yeah, Katie Bell agrees. Emily's saying 1 year on, the reaction team, 2019 life update. Yeah, that I'm sure that would be a good one to do. Yeah, if you want to see me at uni, then I'm sure that's something we can do. Right, let's go on to the next quote. That was really helpful. We'll definitely have to look back at your comments as well, because there were some really good suggestions there, as well as all the games. But we know you like that already. Next big exciting thing for me is... What is it? Have you got something really exciting coming up? Maybe it's a birthday. Christmas is in 100 days. I didn't work that out in my head. I have a little like countdown app thing. Amar's asking if I've done an IKEA uni haul. I have not, but that will be happening. I go over a couple days before my move-in day and I'm going to the IKEA in Southampton. I will be buying a lot of stuff, hopefully, because it will be the last time I'll be doing a shopping spree with my parents then. If I can get them to pay for anything, why not? Yeah, I'm excited for that. So, exciting things happening. Katie says going to Birmingham with a bunch of friends on a training day. That sounds exciting, actually. Anything can be exciting when you're with your friends, like any kind of school trip, even if it's the worst school trip in the world. They always end up being funny. Holly says a trip on Thursday. Maisie, your sister's wedding is coming up. That is lovely. Very exciting. Figuan, I may have a day trip to London with my sixth form. Sounds good. Harvey, work experience so soon. Yeah, it creeps up on you, work experience. You like prepare for it and stuff, or just like you're thinking about it, it's the back of your mind. Then all of a sudden you're doing it, and you're like, wait, I'm meant to be at school right now. This is really weird. Casey, you're going to Spain in February. That sounds cool. Alana, you've only got one lesson tomorrow, but you can't go home. Well, use that time wisely, do some work, but also, since it's going to be an easy day, just sit back a bit, maybe like, I was going to say just chat to your friends, but probably not the best use of your time. I don't know, take it easy, have a good day tomorrow. Make it a good day. Alana's looking forward to half term. Holly says the next exciting thing is starting first job. And hi Jordan, you're saying that you're new to the channel. What's happening tonight? That's a good point. Let me recap. Tonight's live. Basically, we're just going to be chatting about back to school, looking towards the future, whether you're at college, sixth form, just lower school. We have another video coming up later on, which will be all about Min and her Oxford experience, which will be interesting to see. We'll have more quotes, and then we've got games happening at 8:10, which is what everyone clearly likes to see. So stick around. And Harvey just can't wait till half term. His days are so long, 9:30 till 6 every day. That is a long day, definitely. I don't know if I could have survived that at school, because that's almost like, because my day was 8:30 until 4, so you're doing like an extra hour basically. That would be like me doing 8:30 till 5, which is like, I can't even imagine having to do that. Okay, so moving on to the next quote. My next important test is... So, tell us when your next important test is and what it is. What subject is it in? What have you got to do? So I know a few of you did mention having tests this week. So, I'm doing all like the revising. Okay, so my next important test is, Alana says key assessment week. Fig 1, my end of year 12 mock exams. So that's big, that's a big one. Emily's saying business module 1 exam after half term. I remember you mentioned about, I think it was you mentioned about doing bits of your exams early, or like coursework early or something, I can't remember. Year 10 mocks for Joanna. Harvey's got GCSE mocks again in like 3 days. Well, good luck with those, Harvey. Honestly, just do your best and you'll be fine. You were fine last time, like you found a way around it, so you will be able to do that again if things don't go your way, but I'm sure they will. Just keep a positive mindset about it. Amar, end of chapter test. Don't know when that will be though. Fair enough. Yeah, we always had like end of chapter tests, mainly for maths and chemistry, all that kind of stuff, just to make sure you know what you're doing, which is good. Okay, we have one more quote then to get on with. I should really be sorting out, for me actually, I can answer this one. I should really be sorting out what I'm taking with me to uni, because I haven't done that yet. I have a box in my room that I'm going to put stuff in, but all that's in there at the moment is just like some random pens that I've taken off my desk and thought, yeah, I'll put them in there. That's literally it, I think. There's a toothbrush in there because I needed a new one, so I thought I'll get that and like start my new toothbrush at uni. I don't think I'm going to survive with a couple of pens and a toothbrush, am I? So that's what I need to like start sorting out. Katie needs to start sorting out her French folder. Please do that. It will make your life so much easier once you sort it out. Alana, your homework. Joanna says your life. Yeah, it can feel like that sometimes. Alana, my lunch for tomorrow. Oops. That's an important thing. Got to get lunch sorted. Spanish revision we have Amar needs to sort volunteering placements. That is fair enough. Emily, the fact a study period is for studying, not playing card games. Yeah, I needed to learn about that, to be honest. Harvey should be sorting out his bag for college. And Alana, work experience. You forgot. Well, there we go. That's it then for this set of quotes, but we do actually have another set of quotes that we're going to get on with after we've watched this video. Now, this is a really interesting one. we've been following Min's journey through her Oxford application, which you'll be able to see on our channel as well, so go give that a watch. But this is her video about how she's feeling and what she's doing 2 weeks leading up to Oxford. So this is very much what she's doing at the moment. So yeah, here is Min.
It's good news! I got into Oxford. So in terms of uni prep, furniture shopping, I haven't done much because my term starts next month. I haven't been to IKEA yet, I haven't been furniture shopping, I haven't been to Paramount yet. All I bought are 3 door wedges. I'm being serious, that's all I bought. In terms of uni prep, like work, I have been sent a reading list and I've also been sent work by my language instructor. So from the reading list, I have bought a book. It's basically an anthology of short stories and poems from 1868 to 1945. I'm not gonna get through all of this before the term starts, but I'm gonna try my best to get through as much as I can. I literally been running away from like any sort of literature since I started A-level English, but I guess I'm going right back to it and being drawn right back into the literature world. I'm really excited for that actually. It's gonna be new. And it's gonna feel good as well because it's something I'm interested in. And then for my language instructor, she said that we need to learn to read, write and speak all of the hiragana and katakana characters. So I have started on the hiragana. Here it is. It's only 4 characters. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely. And then I found out we have a test on Freshers Week, an oral interview and then a written test to see how we're getting on. The reason why they're making us learn all of this now is because, you know, Japanese, the language itself is quite broad, so you need to get the ball rolling early on. I'm excited for university. Yes, of course I am. Who wouldn't be? But when I think about the test during Freshers Week, I'm just like, And another frustrating thing is that all my 6th form friends are gonna go university in the next 2 weeks, right? I, on the other hand, is starting a whole month later. So when everyone's partying, I'm gonna be at home watching them party. And when I'm partying, they're gonna be studious and being in lectures. Apart from that, I am still really excited.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. I know it was quite a short video, but if you're interested in seeing how Min was getting on with her A-levels and also kind of the whole Oxford application, I'm sure it'll be easy enough to find on the MSE channel, so go and check that out afterwards. So now we just have a final few more quotes then. Yeah, we've got a few more. So we'll do those, and then when it gets to 8:10, we will start the games, and I can reveal that tonight the games are going to be brand logos. So I don't really know what to say about that, but there we go. That's the preparation that I've given you. Right, the first quote then that we're going to do, here it is. Subject I'm loving right now is... So this is pretty simple. Which subject are you loving? Emily's saying all my subjects. That is good. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying all your subjects. Holly says my progress coach lessons. Interesting. Fagwan, all of your subjects. Amar's really liking biology. And Shooting Star is really loving French and English. So a mixture here. Oh, Jack R is really enjoying history. Good, good. I liked history. I'd say out of all of those people I've mentioned, probably history. Katie, you're really liking psychology A-level. Sounds very interesting. Yeah, I wish I'd done psychology A-level. Nicola is enjoying French, and Asana is enjoying everything except Spanish. There we go. Joanna is enjoying physics, and Alana, oh, I'm glad to hear this. Alana is enjoying sociology A-level right now because one of her best friends in her class... Oh, so you've got one of your best friends in your class, the content you're doing is self-explanatory and you have some good ideas. That is really good. Since I'm going to be doing sociology at degree level, I'm glad to hear that someone is enjoying it. Holly, oh, you're just conflicted as to whether to dye your hair pink. As long as your school allow it, then I'd say go for it. Maybe like not permanently, like do the temporary thing. And if you have blonde hair, then you don't need to bleach it first. That's what I'd say anyway. Yeah, just do what you feel. If you want to dye your hair, dye your hair. As long as it's allowed. Right. Let's go on to the next quote. This one then is, to procrastinate, I am mostly. So what are you doing while procrastinating? Like, what thing do you do when you're meant to be revising or studying, but you end up doing something else? I think for me, procrastination would usually be Netflix, or just literally sitting at my desk and finding joy in anything on my desk that wasn't my work. Like, I'd be sharpening like pencils that didn't need to be sharpened, and like using felt tip pens that I hadn't used for ages just to like colour in random stuff. That was like the way I procrastinated during my A-levels anyway. Katie Bell is procrastinating by watching YouTube or scrolling through Instagram. Nicola, sleeping. Yeah, a lot of people find sleeping is the way that they procrastinate. Shooting Star, YouTube. Figuan, going on social media. Yeah, that's a big one. Holly Bennett, watching YouTube. Asinat, watching YouTube. Amar, Netflix and what's trending on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube videos is always the way. And social media. I think I would usually go on Instagram just for a little while, think, oh, there's nothing there, I don't care. But when I have studying to be doing, I could easily spend over an hour on Instagram finding anything interesting, because anything that's not my work, I find interesting. Tilly is saying watching this, and Alana as well watching MSE. Well, we won't complain about that. You can carry on procrastinating all you like if that is how you procrastinate. Kate loves a cheeky breakdown. Everyone has those. Yeah, especially since I went to an all-girls school, people were having emotional breakdowns all the time. I can't tell you how much it happened. I think someone would just be in the room, they'd be like, guys, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna have a meltdown. Everyone to the rescue. It's like someone will go make them tea. Someone else would be like, oh, do you want one of my biscuits? Yeah, that was a lot of emotions going on. For one, going out with friends in town and seeing your old friends from your secondary school. It's cool. Yeah. Alana says, oh, how we do love a breakdown. All girls school squad. Indeed. Yeah, I will actually give some advice here, as MSE have very kindly pointed out in the comments. Don't procrastinate with a breakdown. Easier said than done. Best thing is to, if something's stressing you out, just leave it. Like, it doesn't, even if it does need to be done, say you have something that's due in the next hour, if you're having a breakdown about it, then it's not going to be the best work you've done anyway, so just leave it. Like, there's ways to get around it. Let's look at the next quotes. So, this week ahead is looking... What? Is it looking good? Is it looking bad? Stressful, tiring, easy, fun? Maybe fun, I don't know. Exciting. Did I say that one already? Let's have a look. For me, the week ahead is looking like I'm going to be doing a lot of sorting and buying things. Here we go. Katie's week is looking meh. Holly's week is looking bright. I like that. Nice word. Amar says busy, and so does Shooting Star. Tilly White says it's looking painful. Double French and PE is coming up. Good luck with those. Emily says tiring, as over the past 2 weeks she hasn't had a full week due to inset days. So First proper full week. Gonna be tiring. Asanat says promising. I like that. This week ahead is looking promising. Keeping hopeful. For Guan, more tiring, enjoyable and stressful and busy. So we've got enjoyable in there, but we've also got tiring, stressful and busy. Fair enough. Those things can go together, I'm sure. Alana says exciting. You're going to a concert on Tuesday. You're seeing Khalid at the O2. I think that's how you say his name anyway. Enjoy that. I'm sure it would be very exciting. Interesting thing to be doing on a Tuesday. I wish I was spending my Tuesday at a concert. I will not be. Yeah, Holly says, guys, we need to stay positive. Even if your week looks busy, that could be a good thing. It means that you're going to get a lot done. Maybe you'll learn a lot. Learning is good. Sometimes it can be tiring and annoying, but learning is always a good thing. Just trying to be like philosophical there. I did take philosophy, so yeah, Alana, MSE is pretending to like him. I have to say personally, I know a few of his songs, the ones that are on the radio anyway. But I'm not a die-hard fan. Like, I wouldn't be able to name any, like, more offbeat, like, random songs of his. Right, here we go. Let's do the next quote. This is actually the last quote. So, why is school expecting me to? So why is school expecting me to do all these tests? Or have lessons in lunch times, as some of you have? Ridiculous. Yeah, maybe some of you are outraged at your school expecting you to. Alana says, why is my school expecting me to not listen to music during my free periods? That's not fair. I found that sometimes if I put music in, it would stop me from talking to other people. So even if I was distracted, I wasn't distracting other people. And I think listening to music can be good. Especially if it doesn't have, like, lyrics. If it's not too upbeat. Even if it does have lyrics, if it's slow, then it can kind of, like, calm you down and get you into the studying mindset. Katie says, why is my school expecting me to be able to settle into sixth form with the snap of their fingers? Yeah, it's not as easy as they think. I think they know, they say, oh yeah, we know it's not going to be easy, blah, blah, blah. But you'll be fine. Because everyone who goes through sixth form and starts sixth form probably puts on a brave face. And so to the teachers, they're like, oh, they've settled in really well, actually. That's fine, like, well done to them. But actually people were probably taking their time to settle in. And so then when more people come, and the next year, the teachers are just expecting them to put on that same, like, brave face and to settle in as well as everyone else has, but it's different for everyone. Joanna says, why is school expecting me to get all 8s in my GCSEs? I'm sure that's what they're trying to get you to aim for, but they're not going to be expecting you to get, like, the highest grades all the time. If they know that you're capable of doing that, then that's when they'll be expecting you to do that. But I think we always put the pressure on ourselves more than other people do. Holly says, do a maths and English test even though I passed all of my GCSEs. Tilly says, continue to dress in their awful uniform. Yeah. Astronaut says, get 8s and 9s. Shooting star, blocking YouTube and setting sites to help my learning. YouTube is key for learning. So many videos are educational. I remember it used to be so annoying when we were doing, like, research projects and trying to sort out assemblies, when you're trying to find a video to put in assembly or a video for your class, and it's like, I'm not even allowed on YouTube, so how am I expected to learn this thing? Johnny Does Gaming says, how is my school expecting me to know what I want to do in life? Not giving us study leave at the start of GCSEs, that's always a hard one. Figuan, why is school expecting me to survive triple lessons? Amar also said triple lessons. Alana's saying that study leave saved her life during GCSEs. I would say study leave is a very, very good thing to have and it's very useful. But if you don't have study leave, the school will support you. They're not expecting you to go home and be revising as well. Like in your lessons, you are going to be revising. The teachers will be helping you revise. And actually, you'll be able to like break away from the exam mindset just for a little bit if you do go back to a lesson. Although personally, I prefer to have study leave. I'm not saying that having lessons is better than study leave, and I'm not saying that having study leave is better than having lessons, because I didn't have both, so I don't know. Johnny's asking why school is expecting him to smile during exams. Ban everything on school Wi-Fi. Everyone uses 4G anyway. Holly says that you had study leave right at the end of exams. That makes no sense at all. And people are saying that cool maths games got banned. That's not fair. I remember our school would ban certain sites as well, and I think it was just because they thought it would keep us more productive, as Emily said. But instead, it just kind of got in the way. Like, if someone wants to spend their time at school on, I don't know, like a messaging site or online shopping, then they're like hindering their own school experience. Whereas, I don't know, if they're choosing to learn and choosing to use YouTube for good, then that's just for them, isn't it? Iman says, why is school expecting me to sociology? Just do sociology. Also, I will say that we have just over 5 minutes till games. So if you are here for the games, they won't be long. As well as that, tell your friends that the games are happening. Honestly, you can get everyone involved. And keep the comments coming. That is it for the quotes, by the way. That was the last one. So we're just going to be chatting now and basically just filling the time between now and 8:10 when the games will begin. As I said before, they will be brand logos, so maybe do some revising, like get to grips with your brand logos. They're not, well, yeah, they're easy ones. Yeah, people are just chatting about online games. And I did see someone earlier, I think it was Evie, asking when we'd see Olivia again. Yeah, so MSE, hopefully we will see her on Wednesday. Obviously, Olivia's very, very busy at the moment. She's going through her whole process of moving to London for her performance college and all that kind of stuff. So basically, we'll just be seeing how she's doing with that. Yeah, people are just talking about online games. The games that we used to play at school. I remember we'd do like typing games. It was always maths games, wasn't it? We had lots of maths games. Emily says, I got to miss I got to miss games. Oh, you have to miss games. Okay, I get it. I thought you were talking about missing maths games. If you have to miss games, I'm sorry about that. Holly says, when you were in primary school, you used to play Education City. I loved Cahoots at school. We used to play Cahoots all the time, like in the most random lessons as well. Figuan is agreeing Education City was good. I've never heard of it. Club Penguin. That was different. 5 minutes to games, guys. Not long now. I remember we had mini clips banned at primary school because when we used the laptops, everyone would be playing like the parkour game, and no one would get any work done. Yeah, Kahoot was fun. I used to like making my own Kahoots and then using them in like assemblies and stuff because we would have like 100 people on the same Kahoot. And let me know if you guys do this as well. But a lot of the time people would message like people at other schools and like in other classes, the number, they'd be messaging them like the number of the game, like the Kahoot reference. And then random people would join with like different nicknames and no one would know who they were. Like the teacher would be like, why is there, I don't know, 20 people on this game but there's only 10 of you in this class? Like, where have all these extra people come from? And then they would just be randomly clicking on like answers, and yeah, I don't think, like, obviously they didn't win because they didn't know what the questions were. But yeah. Keep getting your comments in. Do you want to see me doing a live stream from my uni halls? I don't know what my room's going to be like. I don't know what my uni halls is going to be like. I don't know what everything about uni, I don't know what any of it's going to be like. But I'm quite happy to share that journey with you. So, and I know of people who will be in my flat who won't mind saying hello either. So, quiz tonight, it's brand logos, so maybe read up on your brand logos. I really don't know how you can do that because there's just so many, aren't there? And I'm not going to show you the bit of paper because you might be able to see it from there. Shooting Star says, I made scones. Or scones, as people say. I don't know. Yeah, so refresh your Wi-Fi. Do that now while you can. Make sure you're on the quickest Wi-Fi that you've got. And maybe like stretch your fingers out. I don't know. Get ready for games. Holly, I start uni in 10 days. It's kind of 2 weeks actually. That's when the move-in week is. But I'll be going over in 10 days. So I'll try and like vlog some of my prep that I would be doing. Maybe like showing you guys what I'm taking with me, stuff like that. Because I don't know. There'll probably be a lot of things that I do in preparation for uni that I'll look back on in a year and think I didn't need to do that. And there'll be other things where I won't do it. I won't even think about preparing myself for it. And I'll think back in a year's time and think, I should have done that. And hopefully, if I show you my journey to uni, because this is like the weird transition between A-levels and uni, and a lot of you guys, whether you're in GCSEs or A-levels, will probably be wondering about what it's like. I am still wondering about what it's like. And hopefully I can show you that experience so that it's less daunting for when you guys do it. We have 1 minute until games. I'm going to grab the wheel now. Just a second. Right, it's over here. There we go. Don't want it too far away, otherwise I won't be able to reach it. I think that's good. Okay. Right. 1 minute to games. It really is game time. I'm going to wait though. So, tell your friends if you haven't already. Put a message on the group chat or whatever you have. Tell them to join the live stream because they could be in with a chance to win an Amazon voucher. So I'm going to explain what's happening. What I'm going to do is we have an enlarged picture of a famous logo and it will come up on your screen. It will just be like a section of the logo and you need to say what logo that is. I want you to do it as quick as you can in the comments. And the first 2 people to get it right will get their names written down on this list next to a number. That number will correlate with a number on the wheel, this lovely wheel here. And at the end of the game, once all the logos have been shown, I will spin the wheel and we'll find out who wins to get the prize. So we do have a practice. Let's get on with the practice first. This is the first logo and this will just be to see if you guys get the hang of the game and what it's all about. Okay. So, quick as you can. I do want the correct name of whatever logo it is. This one's very easy, I think. Pretty much everyone who's guessed has got it right, I will say. Since it's a practice, I'm not going to treat it too seriously. It's just so that you guys know what's going on. Then we'll get into the real stuff. As I said, you have to be the first or second person to get it completely right to get your name written down on the list here. Right. Okay, so obviously the answer to that one then was Domino's Pizza, and the first two people to get that right was Joanna and Pavan. So you guys, that's basically how you do it. They would have got their name put down on the list, and then when I spin it, it could have landed on them. So you guys are just going to have to be quick with the next one as well to reclaim that win that you just got there. Here is the first logo then. What is this from? What logo is this for? They're all very recognisable logos. I don't doubt that for a second. Just some may be trickier than others just because you only get a little section of it. And remember, I did say it needs to be spelt correctly as well, because even if you're trying to be really quick, you need to be precise. Keep getting your answers in as to what you think it is. Yeah, got to be careful with the spelling. It's not hard spelling either. Autocorrect can be a horrible thing sometimes. But don't worry, because you do have 7 chances in this game to win. So, there we go. Right, so the answer to that one then was TikTok. Obviously, I don't know, this sounds strange. I don't know exactly what TikTok is. I know you make videos, and I've seen loads of TikToks. It basically, to me, looks like Vine, but you can make longer videos. It's like a weird mixture of Vine and Musical.ly. I don't know. I've never had Musical.ly, and I've never had TikTok, so I don't know how you make them. So I'm always really impressed when I see the videos, and I'm sure it's like some sort of thing that you can actually just do on the app. But to me, the videos, I'm like, wow, they're so creative, right? Yeah. Anyway, so. The winners of that one then, let's have a look. First person to get TikTok spelled correctly was Fagwan. So well done to you. And the next person was Katie Bell, and I know you two are no stranger to MSE or the MSE games. I've seen your names down here plenty of times. So well done, you've clearly got hang of games by now. Here we go. Next logo. This one's pretty easy. I would have got this one, I think. The next one. Here we go. What logo is this? If you're not sure, keep putting down different ideas, because you never know. You could actually be the first person to get it right, even if it doesn't match what everyone else has said. As I said before, correct spelling. Got to be the correct spelling of the word, because it's easy to kind of get them muddled when it comes to different logos like this. Here we go. Lots of different ideas. We've got like people going between 2 different answers, really, by the looks of it. Right, I've seen plenty of the correct answer, so I'm not going to drag this one on too long, because I have a feeling maybe a couple more might take a little bit longer to do. So then the answer to this one was Fila, like the sports brand, shoe brand. They do bags as well, hats, I don't know. So the first person to get that one right was Joanna Tower. And to me, it looks like we had a few spelling mistakes here, but I did say I'm looking for the right answer. So the next person to get it right, I don't know how to pronounce this, it was MBHAVAYA10. I'm honestly not too sure how I'd go about pronouncing it, and I don't want to completely butcher the name, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But well done to you, you got Fila correct second. Yeah. So we're going to go on to the third one now. See if you recognise this logo. Yeah, it wasn't Pepsi, the last one. A lot of people thought it was. I can see why. Ooh. We just had like a huge surge of answers there. Even if you think it's something else that people haven't put that down anyway. You have no limit to how many times you can comment. So keep getting your guesses in. What could it be? Who knows? I see this logo around quite a lot actually. Yeah. It's pretty unanimous now, I think. So I have seen plenty of the correct answer. The answer to this one was hype. I've seen a lot of people with hype bags around, especially at school. So the first person to get hype correct was Joanna Tower again. So well done to Joanna. And the second person to get it right was Alana Riggs. There we go. So well done to everyone who got that right as well, even if you didn't get it first or second. So we have a few more to go. We've got 4 more to go, so let's get on with it. Here is the next one. I'm not sure about this one. Would have taken me a lot longer, this one, I think. That's why I was getting through the ones earlier. Yeah, I would not have got this. This is a hard one, but I know that you guys can get it. And it is actually something that I see around quite often in my household anyway. But it would have taken me a lot longer. I think because it's very non-specific. Like it could be anything. That could just be like at the bottom. Since 1932, it could have been at the bottom of anything. Okay, loads of different answers, by the way. Loads of people coming in with different ideas. Keep getting your answers in. As I said, you never know if you're going to be the one who is correct, especially when everyone's like disagreeing on here as well. People are putting loads of different answers. If anyone knows exactly which brand has been going since 1932, if you saw that and thought, oh, well, I know what's been going on since 1932. I think I'm going to go ahead. I have seen 2 of the correct answer at least, so I'm going to just go back up, make sure I know exactly who that was. I do remember. Yeah, so the answer to that one was Lotus. The Lotus biscuits are so good. I love Lotus biscuits. We have that... it's almost like Nutella, but Lotus biscuit spread. And I never know what to put on it. Like, put it on, because I wouldn't want it on bread or anything. And then if you dip a biscuit in it, that's like double lotus. I don't know. The first person to get that one right was Katie Bell. And that was pretty early on that Katie got that, because people were putting different answers quite a while after that. And then I did see Lotus pop up again from Alana Riggs. So well done to you guys for getting that. And both of you are already on the wheel. So you've improved your chances. Here we go. Right, we have 3 more. The next logo, I was about to say what it was. The next logo is, what is it? Yes, so we've had hype already. I thought this was hype as well, I have to say. But I can tell you now that it's not, because we've already had hype. Ooh, lots of people kind of agreeing here. Loads of people have been putting Disney for a lot of the ones actually that we've had in the past. It's like a classic. Disney is like a classic logo that you have in a lot of logo quizzes, isn't it? But we have not had that one yet. Okay, I've seen plenty of the correct answers, so let's go ahead and tell you. The answer to that one was Sharpie, of course. A lot of you have probably bought Sharpies as well for school, which is funny because that one took a little bit longer. So the first person to get Sharpie correct was Jack R. So well done, Jack. And then I did see it again, not too far down. Yeah, Ahmed Abbas. Or Ahmed Abbas, I don't know. But well done to both of you. You got Sharpie correct. In amongst everyone else who was a little bit confused about it being Disney, hype, not too sure, you guys managed to get that. So we have 2 more to go. Let's just crack on with the next one. This one's definitely an easier one. You guys are going to get this so quick. Or at least I know I would. And you guys are way much better, so much better at me than, let me rephrase. You guys are so much better at these games than I would be. Because often I'm looking at the question sheets with the answers and I'm like, I would never have got that. And then you guys get it straight away. It's crazy. So then when I find one of them easy, I think, well, this is going to be super easy for everyone else then. We have seen a lot of the same answers. Every answer is the same. But I think I know why. There's not much point in me keeping this going any longer because I think everyone knows it is KFC. And the first person to get it right was Pavan Shah. And the second person was Guan. So, well done you two. We have one more. Before I do that, I just want to say, like this video. If you're enjoying the game, we have lives very often on MSE. We do them kind of Wednesday, Sunday, throughout this whole back to school period. And hopefully you guys will be seeing Olivia. But if you've enjoyed anything tonight, you want to see more, check out our YouTube channel. We also have an Instagram page at My Student Events, where you can just keep up with what's happening. So like this video and make sure you subscribe if you haven't, because then you'll be able to play more games like this in the future. So after that little interlude, let's get back to the game. We have one more. Let's go. This is the last logo now. What logo is this? I would not have recognised this one, personally. I wouldn't have got it. I guess maybe the colour gives it away for some of you. Few different answers, not seeing any correct answers yet, so keep them coming in. And again, keep on bringing answers in. Try some different answers. Even if you think you've got the right answer, put in something else it could be. Haven't seen a correct answer yet. I thought this one would be the tricky one, and it is. Nobody's got it right so far. Keep on getting your guesses in. If you've already guessed, guess again, but something different, obviously. Nope. It hasn't really come to the stage of needing clues yet, because I'm sure someone's going to get it very soon. I can tell you now that it's not Nickelodeon. Let's put it that way. It's not Nickelodeon. And it's not... The I is not the first letter of the word either. Some people were suggesting Babel, but the word Babel doesn't have an I in, so I'm not really too sure where that's coming from. Still no one's got it right. Yeah, keep your guesses coming in. Any orange logo, any orange word in a logo, just think about it. I'm sure it's something that you might see often. Maybe not for everyone. I don't see it at all. Not in person anyway, ever. Although I might soon. Okay, so the clue is you've probably walked past this dozens of times. So you've probably walked past one of these. Or maybe even been inside, like, I wouldn't... I'm sure you've... Basically, that just gives it away that it's like a building, sort of. But obviously, think about the orange logo. And I'm looking for the correct word as well, correct spelling. All letters need to be there. That could be a clue. Okay. Right, finally I've seen 2 of the correct answers, so I'm going to stop it there. The answer to that one was Sainsbury's, guys. Maybe, obviously we don't have too many people who are shopping at Sainsbury's these days. Do we... Trying to think if I've been to a Sainsbury's. I know I've been to a Sainsbury's in my life, but don't go there often. So the first person to get Sainsbury's right, the logo, like the actual word, was Megsy Georgina. Just before Boom gets annoyed, because I know you put Sainsbury first, but I'm not accepting that just because it's not the actual name of the shop. I feel a bit mean, but it's just not. It's just not. And the second person to get Sainsbury's correctly was Jack R. Yeah, Jack R. So, well done to everyone who got anything correct. Even if you didn't get your name on the wheel tonight, just well done for doing your best anyway. Here we go. Let's go. I'm going to read out the names of everyone and which number you are so that you know if your name comes up when I spin the wheel. So, number 1 is Fagwan. Number 2 is Katie Bell. Number 3 is Joanna Tower. Number 4 is M. Bavaya 10. 5 is Joanna Tower. 6 is Ilana Riggs. 7, Katie Bell. 8 Alana Riggs, 9 Jack R, 10 Ahmed Abbas, 10 Pavan Shah, 12 Fagwan, 13 Megzi Georgina, and 14 Jack R. So those are all the names. I'm going to spin the wheel, and then whoever it lands on wins the prize. And I'll let you know what you need to do if you win, by the way. Here we go. The winner is number 4, and that is M. Bavaya 10. So, I'll actually, even if I'm saying that wrong, I will just like spell it out so you know it's you, if I'm completely saying the wrong thing. MBHAVAYA 10. You have won. So basically all you need to do is head on over to Instagram, to our page at My Student Events, send us a DM just confirming that it's you and that you've won, and we will let you know how to claim your Amazon voucher. So well done to you especially, and obviously well done to everyone else. And thank you for tuning in to tonight's live. Hopefully you've had fun just having a good old chat about the week ahead. And yeah, do tune in for our next live, which hopefully might be Wednesday with Olivia, but we'll see because she's a very busy girl at the moment. But other than that, yeah, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be able to show you my journey through till uni. Bye!